She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city.
Hey riders, welcome to the Night Ride, where we review the certain episode that we reacted to and talk a little bit about nerd news. We're reviewing Arcane Season 2, Episode 9, which is the finale, which is the supposed ending of the whole series. I mean, you guys can let us know in the comment section if that's true or not. I mean, maybe you guys know something we don't. But yeah, let's start out reviewing Episode 9. You want to give it oral?
Yeah. So episode was fantastic. A really nice climax to the series. The beginning was so awfully dreadful, and we talked about it in the couple of night rides that we left on Patreon. I know, people watching us now on YouTube won't be able to get that. We're sorry. But we mentioned how dreadfully slow the first couple of episodes were. I'm like, oh my god, dude, it sucked. Like,
Yeah.
literally sucked. And we had
Like, to give you a context, it was probably when Vander entered the prison as a wolf, and forward is probably when we decided it got good.
yeah, when things started to ramp up. So that's, to end like this, it was fantastic. Let's break it down, right? The uh, climax to the different lines, like how everything came together, was great. The music was tasteful. The animation was spectacular. The fight scenes and choreography, the POV shots, like all this stuff that they did, they really went all out on that episode. And um I'm really, really satisfied. Now, here is my honest, like transparent, full transparency. The moment, like I base a lot of things I watch based on, of course, how they make me feel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's maybe like one or two moments where I felt like hyped, and then there was one moment where it really hit me. I can't remember where the hype moments were. Um, but the one thing that really hit me, that really marked me was that last scene between Jinx and Vander. And that hit home. I was like, damn, yo, that got me in my feelings. I like that. The episode itself, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, and don't come at me at the comments, this is just my personal taste, in comparative to things I've seen, I'd give the show a solid 8 point, like the episode, not the entire like season 2. The episode itself, 8.5 to 9. Like
That's still decent, though.
yeah, that's where I'm at. It's not a 10 out of 10 for me, but it was still really good. So it's up there. So yeah, and that's in how we say arroyo habichuela, that's what I thought about the. Those are my thoughts.
Well, I mean, yeah, like Joseph said, I can't disagree with him. The season itself, the first season for me is better. And I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, I get that. I get that. Big Arcane fans." But I think the first season was better simply because the whole entire season was better, and this one only half the season was good. But I this episode specifically, I really enjoyed it from start to finish. I mean, like, there was a point where me and Joseph just stopped talking because we were just entranced in the moment, and it was really hard to actually give a reaction to it because it was that good. It was like, the story and the colors and everything that was appearing and what's happening here and the deaths and all that stuff. And honestly, it ended up being a really good episode because I feel like for watchers to get like sort of starstruck like that means it's good. Like, for you to stay like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean, like anticipations and all that stuff. A lot of sad moments, a lot of the good fight scenes. I enjoyed the fight scenes. Madar the mom's a badass, even though she sucks.
Facts. Hard facts, dude.
But I like how everyone went all out. They gave everything. Everybody was basically willing to die. Some people did. I feel bad for the shield guy. They didn't really touch a lot on that. The fact that he helped her through her drunken moment and whatever. But that it is what it is. So I guess they had to maybe hurried up or didn't have much time. Didn't expect the ginger girl. Did
I
not.
yeah, I did want to. I'm sorry to cut in on you. There's one thing like it just came to me. Obviously, I'm revisiting the episode in my head. I know we just watched it, but
Yeah, yeah.
um, one of the moments where I was like super hyped and I thought, yo, this is so like such a cold moment was when Victor was giving like talking to like when he revealed himself
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
and he's saying those lines, dude. Like, dude, it's one of the lines he said. I can't remember word for word, but I was listening. To like, dude, that's something that somebody would get fucking tattooed. Like,
Yeah, there was a lot of quotable lines. Yeah.
it was such a cold quote what this man said, and I was like, holy shit, he's spitting facts right now. That's crazy.
Honestly, that was the reveal was crazy. Even though I think we already had that theory in one of our night rides. But the reveal, it kind of solidified it, and it was really cool to see that this whole thing kind of started because he is like, I got to stop you. It reminded me of the Doctor Strange moment where he's basically let Thanos win because he was like, hey, there's only one universe where we win. It's sort of the same thing. He was like, there's only one universe where we win, and it's because of you. And like, you have to
Yeah,
stay alive and you have to do certain things. So that was pretty cool. I like that. I really enjoyed that part. I felt bad for that Jinx and Vi, their final fight is against their father. I mean, to be honest, I think Vander obviously should have died because that poor man went through way too much, and he probably should just be let go. Like, just being real. Also, we did not express enough how Echo was such a badass. That scene was
fact.
crazy, and he didn't die.
Yeah,
He pulled it past 4 seconds. I was
yeah.
like, oh, this
No,
man was.
I think it was 4. I think he had it set to like 1 second because when you heard the ticking when he did it, it was one,
Mhm.
2, 3, 4.
Was it? Because I feel like I saw the watch he had, and it had like a red mark.
We're gonna have to revisit that part, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think it
Or
was
you guys can just let us know.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about this last episode forever because there's a lot of moments from beginning to end to talk about.
A
But
lot to dissect, yeah.
yeah, but for the future, it's interesting. It's like they just kind of left it odd to me. Like they left
Mhm.
it like weird taste in your mouth, I guess. Like there was no. I felt like there was
Bittersweet.
so much more. They're like, why are they going over there? And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what the heck is Mardarda doing? Like with that whole army, and you know what I mean? Like, if there's not going to be more, it's kind of disappointing because I feel like that's a world that can be really fleshed out, especially with League of Legends that has so many, so many, so many characters that you can probably expand on this world. So it'd be interesting what they do in the future if they're going to do anything with it. Talk about another character, get rid of this story. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it is interesting. Also, one thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but isn't it crazy that in two alternate worlds, it only works if one of the sisters are dead?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. It's like, whoa, interesting.
Uh, canon events, right? Um, but, you know, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see, and I bet there's much deeper meaning that has gone over our heads, for writers who, like, have been watching us through this, the series of reactions. Let us know down below because we don't know shit, dude. We're just enjoying the ride. And
Basically,
we love it when you guys, interact with us and let us know those little tidbits because it's so right. It's just like a I don't want to say breath of fresh air, but it's nice to get that little bit of information that we don't. It's like, oh shit, I didn't know that. That's cool. Oh, there was a motorcycle. Yeah, so it's cool when you guys like let us know down below. It's just like a little like ha zing right there like oh shit we didn't know that so it's really cool um there is something I did want to talk about towards and this is something that I got quote unquote spoiled before the episode but I don't know when it happened in the episode and
okay,
I don't know it was this specific moment so I guess there was an interview of the voice cast for Arcane um and they asked the question if Jinx was actually dead.
Oh,
because in the scene where it explodes, like her
hmm
and Vander explode, in the smoke, like in that explosion, there's 4 sparks, like spark, 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 spark happening
okay.
like different. And people were theorizing that it was Echo.
I could see that. I could also see a theory where the moment of falling, this is just me, the moment of falling could have made Vander wake up. And since he doesn't die from explosions, maybe he just protected Jinx. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm assuming, right? They rummaged through the debris and probably found bodies. This is just me like going off of a logical sense, right? But maybe something happened with the alternate dimensions or something. I don't know. But that's what I heard. It'd be cool thing to explore. So yeah. Anyways, moving on from the episode, obviously
Also,
let us
baby Miko, young Miko.
Yo, Miko. Yo, that was
It's a big
such
deal for us because we're Puerto Rican, but
yeah, that was a nice touch. I was gonna talk about something actually. Was it the last episode? The song that ended on it, where you were talking about like, oh, I wish we had like the soundtrack or whatever.
oh yeah.
Was that 21 Pilots?
Oof, I don't know.
I
I don't
heard
know.
it again, and I was like, I think it might be. I don't know. I might be tripping. I need to look it up. But anyways, moving from that, let us know down in the comments below what you thought about episode 9. Let us know if we missed anything, please. Now we're spoiler free, so go ahead,
Basically.
let
Hmm.
us have at it. Let us know.
Yeah. Let us know the
Um,
lore from the game too if you want to.
yeah, just all the Easter eggs we missed. Again, we're not League fans. I played League probably twice in my life, so and I know Carlos hasn't played League. So
Mobile Legends count?
Mobile Legend, no. But yeah, just let us know. Anyways, rolling on into nerd news. I'm gonna say my
Nerd news.
nerd news. I'm gonna say my piece because my piece is very short. Obviously, it's Lorcana related. For those
Mm,
of you in the TCG space, for those of you who don't know, I play Lorcana. I've said this before. So they're releasing cards from the new set. It's very interesting because now we're getting dual colored cards of uh, two colors. Um, and in obviously this game is very different in Magic because you can't put all the colors in one deck. It has to be two colors. So the ruling for these dual color cards is that if you're using a colored card, your deck has to be of those colors. Um, and there's some really cool stuff popping up. There's some really nasty stuff popping up, like nasty in like like that's gross. Um, and they dropped Mushu for the first time in the game. They
cool.
were
Oh,
yeah,
you did tell me that. This is the year of the snake. But isn't snake also the year of the dragon? Those two separate things.
I believe they might be two separate things.
I don't know if there's any correlation to that, but it is interesting that they dropped Mushu at this time and this year. I mean,
Yeah, it's wood snake. No, so it's different.
oh okay. Well, it kind of looks like a snake. It's fine.
Yeah.
Dragon. I don't do that
Dragon.
tongue thing.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's it for me in terms of nerd news. I really don't have much. I know you have more control of the floor here, so
Oh, well, I had to study up on some stuff before we got on, but because I know the biggest nerd news going around is probably the Century, the Century showing up in the Thunderbolts MCU movie trailer and during the Super Bowl. And he didn't even show up fully. It was just like a little bit. The Century
wait,
is basically what
Sentry?
the Century. Yeah,
Dude, Sentry's nuts.
I
I didn't
know.
even I didn't even notice. I saw it in the Super Bowl, but I didn't notice. But Sentry is nuts.
I know. I know. He's basically if anyone it doesn't read comics and just saw the trailer and was like, he's the equivalent to Superman, but kind of like Shazam too. And the reason I
Mhm.
say this is because he's just as powerful as Superman, but which a lot of people in the comment section are probably going to attack me for that. But like Shazam in that sense, he is a normal guy and then transforms into Sentry and then be normal guy again. So that's why I say it's sort of like Shazam too, where he can just transform into a superhero. I know that's one of the things people are most talking about now. A couple of comic book news. In comic book stores, they are releasing, which is so random. There's a company that worked with Keanu Reeves to make a comic. They're working now with Post Malone to make a comic that he says it's an Evil Dead mixed with Mad Max, and it's called Big Rig. The only picture we got is a guy basically driving a truck. I don't know what that entails.
Interesting.
The first ever, not first ever, but basically a more serious take on Captain Planet, comic book form. I might read that. That's a little bit of my childhood right there.
That actually
And
sounds
then
pretty dope.
for my old
You're
heads,
just you remember that one, was it a Vine? Damn, I feel super old, but was it a Vine of Captain Planet and he turns people into trees?
yeah, dude, that was with the guy who plays War Machine.
Yeah, you're a tree. You're a
Yeah, dude.
tree.
I remember that.
Tree. Dude, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, dang, that's old.
Yeah, it is.
It's just probably younger generation right now watching this and being like, "Who the freak is Captain Planet?" And look him up. Save the world. Anyways, and for my old heads, there's a unexpected crossover happening in the comic book world, which is one that I would never thought would happen. Thundercats, Powerpuff Girls. Don't ask me why, but I guess that's a thing. So
Dun 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 dun, dun ho!
I accepted Naruto and Ninja Turtles because
That
that
was a
makes
cool
sense.
that was a cool
Hey,
collab though.
yeah. But this one, I'm like,
Yeah, that's weird.
that's weird. But that's all the nerd news I have. And anyone who wants to look up those comics or more information, go right ahead. It's online. And yeah, that's basically all we got for now. And hope you guys really enjoyed this episode because we enjoy doing these.
Yes. So, writers, hopefully you enjoyed this night ride with us. Make sure to comment down below. Let us know about the episode, like we said before. Let us know about any of the nerd news we mentioned. Let us know any nerd news that you knew this week. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next one. And peace out.
Peace.